Short documentary on the Chimariko tribe by Celine Mark. Time. The Chimariko were profoundly affected by the destructive environmental practices of gold seekers during the California gold rush starting in 1848. Since the Chimariko tribe is so small, the information of when the tribe began and ended will never be completely accurate. Population. In the beginning of 1849, the population estimate was 250. Now, there has been no sign of a Chimariko. Housing. Their houses were made out of wood and has low walls and a pitched roof. But instead of using cut planks of wood, the Chimariko used pieces of fir or madrone bark for the walls. Inside the houses were a shallow pit dug into the ground, which made it easier for the cooking fire and for women and girls to work and rest. Lastly, their houses were smaller than most of the other tribes. In fact, their houses were already small enough, and yet they had to share their houses with 2 or more families. These are the resources they used to create the houses: tree wood, madrone trees, shallow pit, fir trees. Region. The entire territory of the Chimariko was a 20-mile stretch of the Trinity River. This beautiful country was filled with mountains and forests. Downstream from the Chimariko were the Hapa people, and upstream were the Witan. Some say that the Witan may have pushed the Chimariko down the river and into a small canyon in their past. However, the Witans were actually friends of the Chimariko, and it was actually the Hapa that didn't get along with the Chimariko. The name Chimariko comes from a word in their language, Chimar, which means people. The Chimariko were northwestern Californian Indians. Geography and climate. Since the Chimariko tribe lived near rivers and mountains and forests, their climate would be humid and windy, sometimes snowy since they are always so close to the mountains, but also humid because they were near water and forest. Food. The Chimariko lived near the Trinity River, so therefore they ate lots of fish. They also used harpoons, which are small hand-sized spears, as well as bows and arrows and clubs. Sometimes they caught fish with their bare hands. The river in Chimariko territory were too small and fast-flowing, therefore canoes were useless. Besides catching fish, the Chimariko also hunted deer, elk, bears, and they hunted them in the forest near them. They also hunted several kinds of birds such as quails and small animals just like rabbits and rodents. Meat and fish were cooked either by boiling, roasting, or smoke-drying them. Smoke-dried food would last for many months, providing them for many seasons. Acorns were the center of the Chimariko diet, as they were most for early Californians. After a lengthy process of preparing the acorns to be ground into a meal, the meal was mixed with water to make acorn bread. This bread was baked on hot stones. Other foods that the Chimariko people gathered were pine nuts, berries, several kinds of wild seeds, and several kinds of roots. Fishing, hunting, and gathering places were owned in common by the entire community. Take a moment to look at the foods they ate. Now take a moment to look at the resources and technologies and tools that they use to cook and to catch their meals. Here are my sources. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Give this video a like if you enjoyed or learned something new about the Chimariko tribe.